The dream we have been building for our defense just hit a major roadblock, and it feels like a shadow has fallen over our season before it even begins. This hurts to talk about because losing a heart and soul player unexpectedly can tear a locker room apart. We all feel the weight of this loss right now. It is about our pride on the field. Please help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and leave a like to support our Seahawks community starting today. Kobe Bryant is officially gone, and it was a blow that none of us really saw coming this offseason. While we knew the team might lose some big names in free agency, his departure leaves a massive hole in what we love to call the dark side defense. He was such a physical and dynamic presence on the field, and finding someone to step into those shoes is a huge task for General Manager John Schneider. To fix this problem, the team used a second-round pick on a young man named Bud Clark from TCU. The decision-makers in the front office felt they had to act fast to keep the secondary strong. This new addition is interesting because he brings a lot of talent, but also some questions. He is known for being a very reliable tackler and someone who understands how to play in different zones. However, there are some concerns about his thinner frame and his history with injuries during his college years. Even with those risks, the team sees him as a versatile piece that head coach Mike Macdonald can use in many ways. While this transition happens, the team also made sure to keep some continuity by re-signing Ty Okada to a new one-year deal. The plan seems to be having Okada compete for that starting spot next to Julian Love. If everything goes well, the veteran presence of Love will help the younger players adjust to the speed of the professional game. This move shows that the front office is trying to bridge the gap between losing a star and building for the future. They need this rookie to be ready sooner rather than later, because the depth at safety is now a major talking point for everyone following the team. We are looking at a situation where a young kid has to replace a fan favorite who was a physical leader. It is a lot of pressure for a second-round pick, but the coaches believe his playmaking ability is exactly what they need. This isn't just about one position change, it is about making sure our defense doesn't take a step back when we are trying to win now for Seattle. The new defensive back from TCU brings a very specific set of skills that could change how our secondary functions under the current coaching staff. When you look at his college production, the numbers are actually quite staggering for a secondary player. He recorded 15 interceptions over the last 4 years, which shows he has an incredible nose for the football. This kind of ball hawk mentality is exactly what our defense has been missing lately. Having someone who can flip the field and give the ball back to our offense is a game changer. The coaching staff is likely looking at his versatility as a major weapon. He isn't just a traditional safety who sits deep and watches the play unfold. This prospect can move into the slot or even play on the outside if the situation calls for it. That kind of flexibility is a dream for a defensive-minded head coach who likes to disguise coverages and confuse opposing quarterbacks. In the locker room, bringing in a hungry rookie with this much experience can spark a lot of healthy competition. The other players see a guy who was a full-time contributor for a long time, and they know they have to step up their game too. There is a real sense of excitement about how he fits into the different packages we run. If he can stay healthy, he provides a layer of protection against the big plays that burned us last year. His ability to read the quarterback's eyes and react quickly in zone coverage makes him a natural fit for our system. We are talking about a player who has a high football intelligence and isn't afraid to stick his nose in for a hard tackle. Even though he is a bit leaner than some of the safeties we have had in the past, his toughness is never in question. He played through a lot in college and showed he can be a leader on the field. This move is all about adding a playmaker who can do multiple jobs at a high level. It moves the needle because it gives the coaches more options to stop the high-powered offenses in our division. Every fan wants to see a defense that creates turnovers, and this kid might work. This situation matters so much because our defense is the identity of this team, and we cannot afford to have a weak link in the secondary. If the rookie can't fill the void left behind, we might see other teams target our deep passing game more often. This could lead to giving up big plays and losing games that we should easily win. We need a reliable player back there who can make sure everyone is in the right spot. When you lose a physical presence like we did, there is always a risk that the defense loses its edge. That is why this draft pick is so critical for our success this year. If this young player steps up and plays like a star, it will help us win more games and keep our playoff hopes alive. It is all about protecting our house and making sure no one runs all over us. We want to see our team dominate, and that starts with having a secondary that quarterbacks are afraid to throw against. If the transition is smooth, our defense stays strong and we keep our winning culture. But if there are struggles, it puts a lot of pressure on the offense to score even more points to keep up. Nobody wants to see our team in a shootout every week because our defense can't get off the field. This move is about finding stability during a time of change. It is about making sure we have the right people in the right places to succeed. The impact of this decision will be felt from the very first game of the season. We are looking for consistency and playmaking, and that is exactly what this new addition is supposed to bring to the table. Every one of us knows the feeling of watching a deep pass go over a defender's head, and we want to avoid that at all costs. This draft pick is a direct response to a major need, and it shows that the team is serious about keeping our defense elite. We need this to work so we can stay competitive in a very tough league, because it really is about pride and winning championships for our city and every single fan watching today. Let's look at the best-case scenario for our Seahawks. Imagine if this rookie comes in and immediately shows why he was such a ball hawk in college. He could lead the team in interceptions and become the new face of the secondary. If he stays healthy and uses his speed to cover the entire field, our defense will be one of the best in the league. We could see a return to those dominant days where no one wanted to test our deep coverage. This would mean more wins and a real shot at a deep run in the playoffs. It would be a dream come true for every fan who has been worried about the safety position. But we also have to look at the other side of the coin. What if the jump to the professional level is too big for him right away? If he struggles with the physical nature of the game or gets sidelined by injuries again, our defense could be in real trouble. We would have to rely on backups who might not be ready for the big stage. This could lead to broken coverages and easy scores for our rivals. The tension is real because we are putting a lot of faith in a young man who hasn't played a single professional snap yet. If it fails, the front office will face a lot of questions about why they didn't do more in free agency. The risk is high, but the reward could be even higher. We are standing at a crossroads where one player's development could decide the fate of our entire season. It is a thin line between success and failure in this league. Every game will feel like a test for this new defensive scheme. We want to believe in the talent and the scouting reports, but we also know how fast things can go wrong. The pressure is building and the eyes of the entire fan base are on this position battle. If he works out, we are geniuses. If he doesn't, we might be looking at a very long year for the Seahawks team we love so much today. In the end, the Seahawks are taking a calculated gamble to keep our defense among the elite. We lost a key player in Kobe Bryant, but we are bringing in a young talent with Bud Clark, who has the potential to be even better. It is a story of transition and hope for our secondary. The coaching staff believes in his versatility and his ability to take the ball away from the opponent. But the big question remains for all of us. Be honest, would you trust a rookie in this situation to step in and lead our defense right away, or do you think we should have looked for a more experienced veteran in free agency? It is a tough call that could define our season. I want to hear what you think in the comments below. Also, please remember that we are trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Your support means everything to us and helps us keep bringing you these insider updates. Don't forget to like the video and turn on notifications so you never miss any Seahawks news. We are in this together, and we will see you very soon.